Hey, what's going on, guys? Luke here, and I am out in my garage right now hanging out with little Nugget. What was that? You yawning over here? So today I want to talk to you guys about something that is very important to me, and I notice this all the time. I'm sure if you guys watch a lot of music on YouTube, you will see comments all the time where people are just saying, oh, this song's been auto-tuned, it's been wrecked by Autotune. And I don't think that people actually understand what Autotune is, so I'm going to talk to you guys about that today. Basically, I just hope that this video enlightens you guys a little bit more when you watch music videos or even just listening to music. And then I want to hear what you guys have to say about it at the end of the video. I'm going to ask you a few questions. So let's just kind of jump into this. I'm going to hop onto my computer, get on my workstation, and you guys can see what I do. Okay, so the way that this is going to work, I have downloaded 2 songs. One is Kesha singing at a concert, so there's no effects on her voice. It's just like her singing into the microphone. And then I also have We Found Love. I couldn't find the Rihanna version where she was actually singing it, but I found somebody else that was singing it with no effects. And so what you're seeing on the screen right here is my workstation. The first song on the left there in the purple is the Kesha, Your Love Is My Drug, and then the orange-brown one is We Found Love. And I'm going to go ahead and play these without any effects, just so that you guys can hear what they sound like before I start manipulating them with the pitch correction programs that I use. So here is the first one, Kesha without any autotune.
Because your love is my drug. Your love. I said your love is my drug. Your love.
Okay, and then here's We Found Love.
It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I gotta let it go.
So, as you can tell, the one with Kesha, she was probably at a concert, probably like jumping around a lot, so she's really pitchy. The We Found Love in a Hopeless Place is a studio recording, so she had a lot more control over her voice. So I've gone in, and here is Autotune. So I I'm going to show you the Kesha song first, and this is with, and you can see, a retune speed of 0, so that means it's very, very fast. You can change how fast that is. Nowadays, most people, if they're using Autotune, they do it with a really fast retune speed, so they can get that T-Pain type of effect. But you still have to be kind of close to the notes, because what it does is, you can see here are the notes in the key of F. If you're not even close to any of those notes, it will lock onto a wrong note, and it just sounds really bad. And I actually think there might be a note or two in this Kesha song where she kind of hits a bad note. So this is in the key of F with a hard auto-tune from the Kesha song that I just played without any effects. Now this one is with the auto-tune.
Because your love is my drug. Your love. I said your love is my drug.
So anyways, you get the point, but you see the second time that it plays right there, or the second part of that chorus, she doesn't quite make it up to that note, so it actually locks it into a wrong note.
I said your love.
So that's how Autotune can sometimes kind of fail. So now I'm going to switch it over to the key of B and show you the Rihanna We Found Love with this girl singing, who had a lot more control over her voice.
It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny. But I gotta let it go.
So that gives a very Autotune the News type of effect, and you don't get to choose which notes Autotune is picking. It just locks it to the closest note, and that is with a hard, a very fast retune speed, which you don't have to use, but still you don't have as much control as the second program that I'm about to show you. The other program that I'm going to show you is called Melodyne, and this one actually shows you a visual representation of what the person is singing, and then you can actually move some of the notes around. Now, if you do move any of the notes, you get some audio artifacts, some unnatural things in the audio that you can hear. And that's why on YouTube, you'll see on a bunch of people's videos, people saying, oh, it's been auto-tuned. It actually hasn't been auto-tuned. It's been pitch corrected in a program, probably Melodyne. Maybe there are a few other ones, but this one seems to be the most popular one right now. And as you can see, you can move some of these around. So I'm going to show you what this sounds like when you move some of the notes around a little too much. So by being able to look at the notes visually through Melodyne, you can actually kind of tell where Kesha is singing flat and sharp. So let's just take a look at this note right here. So the song is in the key of F. She's sang an F sharp, which is not in the key of F, so it's going to sound bad. I'll just play that part right here. You can hear it just, it's not right. That's not the right note to sing. What she probably meant to sing was a G right there. So now that I've moved it, let's hear what this sounds like. Now, she's singing the right note, but you could hear that it actually didn't sound completely natural. Let me play it again for you. So it made her voice sound a little bit more high-pitched, if that makes any sense. Even though it didn't actually change the pitch, it was like her throat size had changed to be like much smaller and much more childlike. So again, so this is what it was originally. So by changing it, overall, it does sound better when you bring it up, but it makes it sound a little bit less natural. Think about it as you take a picture in very low light, and then you bring it into Photoshop and you turn the brightness up quite a bit. You see all of the grain in the picture. It's almost the exact same type of thing. So a lot of YouTube artists, what they'll do is they'll try many takes to try to get the best take, but even if you move it even just a little bit, sometimes it can make it sound as if it's been really manipulated. And so that's kind of why I'm making this video. Just even like the smallest amount of movement can make it seem unnatural. And you might be saying like, well, why don't you just keep it that way? But it's because the human ear, it just likes hearing stuff in key for the most part. If you have more of a seasoned taste, you might not care if your favorite singer is just a little bit pitchy here and there. Like if you're a Kesha fan right now, you might be like, hey, who cares? Kesha sounds awesome in this. But if I was to work on this for quite a while, I personally think that it would sound a lot better if the notes were moved around. Like this one right here, she was pretty off on this. I said, yeah, so right there, she meant to hit a C. She was quite a bit flat, so let me just pull that up. I said, as you can see, it made her sound a little bit more on pitch. I said, is my drug. So now let's move over to the Rihanna song, the We Found Love, and this girl, a lot more controlled in her singing, and you'll be able to see that in here. She's almost like perfect through her notes. Makes me almost think that she might have been affected beforehand. Somebody might have gone in and Melodyned her voice on that video, but she could be just a really good singer. That's another reason why I'm making a video like this. Sometimes there are singers on YouTube that I know really haven't been affected that much. Like take Tiffany Albert, for instance. I've recorded her a lot of times, and people will say all sorts of things. Like top comment on her video will be like, oh, this has been so auto-tuned. I'm the one that actually recorded her vocals. I heard her sing raw, like straight out of her mouth, and I barely moved any of the notes, if at all, and people are saying that it's auto-tuned. It just so happens that she's actually a really, really good singer. So that it very well could be the case with this girl. But if we put some like reverb on this girl, all of a sudden people are like, oh, her voice has been tampered with. She must be auto-tuned. When number one, maybe she's not auto-tuned. And number two, she was actually probably melodyned and not auto-tuned.
It's the way I'm feeling, I just can't deny.
So right through that section, you can see that she's very, very good. There's a little portion right here where she gets a little bit flat, but you can change the pitch modulation in there. And now let's play it again, that end section, and see what it sounds like after it's been slightly corrected. So that's what that sounds like without here, or with it affected. Here it is with nothing. So it's very, very small, and we could actually like make it completely flat, like all of these, and then she's gonna sound like super robotic. Yeah. So you can change the amount that you're affecting somebody. So now that you have a better understanding of how all of this works, I really want to know what you guys think. Would you rather hear unaffected vocals in songs, or do you prefer the kind of smoother sounding, even if it's not completely natural, moving around the notes just a little bit here and there? I personally think it sounds better when the notes are slightly shifted. If it's too shifted, it starts to sound way too unnatural, and that can take you out of the moment. But I just kind of wanted to educate you guys a little bit more today on how this whole process works, and I really do want to hear what you have to say, because you guys are the ones buying my music. So if you would rather hear very natural sounding vocals, let me know. I'm gonna link my, I'm gonna spoil the surprise. My mystery video for today is gonna be a song that I recorded like, I think 2.5 years ago. Me just in my room playing a song. There are no effects on it, and it's just me playing a song called Dashing Night, which I think you guys have actually heard me play before months ago. But anyways, if you guys like that sound better, let me know in the comments, either here or on that video, and I will probably see you guys soon, but thank you for watching.
Luke's got no friends. Luke's got no friends. Luke has no friends. It's raining. Oh.